Little Wizard AI drawing. In a small town, there lived a little girl named May. She decided to visit Granny, who lived on the other side of the town. One morning, Mum gave her some fruits and pastries. Before she depart, Mum reminded her to be careful on the road. May walked along the path, admiring the flowers and the clear river water. She felt very excited. Finally, she arrived at Granny's house. Granny was waiting for her at the door with a kind and loving smile. Together they fed the cat, ate apples, and their laughter echoed in the garden. In the evening, Granny told her many stories, and May was completely engrossed. The next day, May took the small card that her grandmother had given her for Mum. She told Granny that she will come again. May's visit was simple and warm, and she knew that Granny's love would always accompany her. Once she left her grandmother's house, May embarked on a new journey. As May walked through a grove of trees, a little fox appeared out of the bushes. To her surprise, the fox could talk. The fox said, "Hello, May, I'm lost. Can you help me find my way home?" May agreed to help. She used her compass and the position of the sun to guide the fox through the woods. Eventually, they found the little fox's home, a cozy cave with a beautiful cluster of flowers in front of it. The little fox looked at May with gratitude and said, "Thank you, May. You are my best friend." May smiled and bid farewell, continuing on her journey. This simple and heartwarming story tells of how May helped a lost little fox on her journey and learned about kindness and bravery along the way. May's journey continued. She passed through forests and streams and arrived at a wide field. She rested on it. Suddenly, a butterfly with dazzling colors and sparkling wings flew over and landed on May's fingertip. The butterfly said, "Hello, brave traveler. I am the field's guardian. Our spring has dried up, and the creatures here are troubled. Can you help us find the source of the spring?" May agreed to help. She followed the butterfly to a small hill. With all her strength, she pushed a large stone aside, allowing the stream to flow again toward the spring. May said, "Look, the water is flowing again." As the stream revitalized the field, life flourished once more. The butterflies and other creatures were grateful to May. The butterfly said, "Thank you, May. You are our hero." May smiled and bid farewell, knowing her journey was far from over. The story illustrates how May's wisdom and courage helped bring life back to the field. Little Wizard AI drawing. May arrived at a pond where lotus flowers were blooming. Dragonflies flew over the water, and the sunlight made everything sparkle. May sat by the pond enjoying the view. A little froggy hopped up to her and looked at her with big, curious eyes. Little Froggy said, "The water in the pond is dirty now. The fish and plants are not happy. Can you help me find out why?" May agreed to help. She looked closely at the pond and saw that trash and weeds were blocking the water, making it dirty. May began to clean the pond. She picked up the trash and removed the weeds, allowing the water to flow cleanly again. Thanks to May's efforts, the pond water became clear again. The fish swam joyfully, and the lotus flowers looked more vibrant. Little Froggy said, "Thank you, May. You saved the pond." May smiled and said goodbye to the frog, continuing her journey. She knew that helping others contributed to her own growth and made her journey more meaningful. During an adventure in the forest, May heard a faint chirping. She followed the sound and found an injured bird with one wing drooping, unable to fly. May gently asked, "Little bird, what happened to you?" The bird whimpered, looking hurt and helpless. Determined to help, May carefully cleaned the wound using fresh leaves and made a cozy nest from soft grass. Under May's care, the bird's condition improved. It began to flutter its wings, not yet able to fly, but showing signs of improvement. May said encouragingly, "You're doing great, little bird. Keep trying." A few days later, the bird was finally able to stand up and flap its wings. May cheered with delight, feeling a surge of warmth and joy as the bird prepared to return to its flock. As the bird flew, it glanced back at May and said, "May, thank you. I will always remember you." May waved goodbye, her heart filled with warmth and joy. This story showcases May's care for the bird and her respect for nature, as well as the bird's gratitude towards May. May was exploring the forest, discovering the beauty of nature. She encountered a little bear who looked very worried. May asked the bear, "Why do you look so sad?" The bear replied, "I'm lost and can't find my mum." Determined to help, May said, "Don't worry, little bear, we'll find your mum together." They began searching the forest, calling out for the bear's mother. May noticed large bear tracks and broken branches, signs that the mother had passed this way. She and the little bear followed the trail. Suddenly, they heard the mother bear's cry from the distance. The little bear's eyes lit up with joy, and they quickened their pace. May, the mother bear, and the little bear returned to the edge of the forest together. There, May waved goodbye and set off on a new adventure, knowing that new friends and adventures awaited her wherever she went. This story teaches us that with courage and wisdom, we can overcome difficulties. It also reminds us to cherish and respect every life, as each has its unique value and significance. One leisurely afternoon, while strolling by the river, May saw a slow-moving turtle trying to cross the river. The turtle seemed to be struggling with the rushing water. May knelt down and asked, "Mr. Turtle, do you need help?" The turtle nodded. Determined to help, May used a big leaf and a stick to make a raft. She built a small bridge with vines to help the turtle get across safely. The turtle smiled in gratitude at May. As May helped the turtle, she discovered a beautiful field of flowers on the other side of the river. As the sun began to set, May knew she had to head home. The turtle thanked May, and May promised she would come to see her new friend again. The story is a wonderful adventure that encourages children to explore and appreciate nature and friendship. During a forest expedition, May heard rapid breaths. She followed the sound and found a deer with its leg caught in a trap. Softly, May asked, "What's wrong, dear? That looks painful." The deer's eyes were filled with pain and a plea for help. Determined, May said, "Don't worry, I'll help you." She examined the trap. Then she found a sturdy branch and used it to pry the trap open, thus freeing the deer. As night fell, May decided to stay and guard the deer. "I'll be with you tonight," she reassured. The deer seemed to calm down. The next morning, May brought soft hay. "Eat this to regain your strength," she said. The deer ate. Now refreshed, it stood up. Before leaving, the deer nodded in gratitude. May gently said, "Go home." The deer walked into the forest, glancing back at May. She waved goodbye, her heart warm with hope. This story highlights May's compassion and courage, reminding us to care for animals and respect life. Follow Little Wizard AI Drawing for more enchanting short stories. Little Wizard AI Drawing, sunlight filtered through the gaps in the leaves, casting a dappled pattern on the winding path. May felt excited about the surrounding environment. Suddenly, May noticed a lively squirrel leaping on an old oak tree. Its movements were swift and precise, each jump appearing natural and graceful. May sat quietly, careful not to disturb the busy little creature. She watched as the squirrel collected acorns, skillfully peeling open the hard shells with its sharp teeth and savoring its meal. As time passed, the squirrel seemed to sense that May meant no harm. It moved around near her, even approaching boldly and examining her with a curious gaze. May took out some nuts from her backpack and gently placed them on the ground. The squirrel cautiously approached and eventually accepted the gift. Through her interaction with the squirrel, May gained valuable insight into the forest's ecology. She realized that squirrels play a crucial role in the forest food chain and are key to seed dispersal, contributing significantly to the health of the natural world. May spent a happy afternoon in the forest, knowing it was time to head home. However, the path seemed to have changed. May noticed a small river she had never seen before and carefully stepped on the stones to cross it. Once across, she saw the familiar village and quickly found her way home. When May arrived, her mother was waiting at the door with a big smile. May excitedly told her mother about crossing the river and finding her way back. Her mother was very happy and said, "May, you are such a brave child." May then handed her mother the envelope from her grandmother. Afterward, she took a bath and got ready for bed. As she laid in bed, May reflected on her adventure and felt very happy. She realized that no matter where she went, home was always the warmest and safest place. Her adventure taught her that no matter how vast the world outside may be, home is always the coziest harbour. Follow Little Wizard AI Drawing for more enchanting short stories.